Hi everyone and welcome to Homerino Collectibles, where today I'm going to be doing a review of the new Transformers Generations Combiner Wars Firefly. So Firefly is the, I guess, new name of Fireflight, and this thing is pretty damn cool. Actually, right here is a Generation 1 Firefly. It's the only G1 figure that I have in my possession. It was my brother's. So I'm going to show you some comparisons with it, just so that you can see how it compares with the actual classic design of the character. So this line, there's basically, at the moment, as far as we know, there's going to be a Superion and a Menace, so there could be more down the line, and I hope that there is, because I really think that these things are fantastic. The packaging, for a start, is just incredible. I mean, the nice design that we've got there at the top, and we've got, Combiner Wars up there, and the nice New Generations logo and everything, and Transformers on the side. And the way that it's packaged in general, just like the figures on the right, so that's the bigger part inside, so that it actually slants at an angle, as you can see, so you're actually saving a bit of plastic on this side. It's only minor, but it's just a really nice thing, and it is a very nice bit of packaging. Strange thing is, on the picture for Superion we've got red eyes, but then on this artwork down here we've got blue. That's just kind of strange for me, but here we have 5 out of 5 for Superion, so each of these will have their own number. And then on the back we can see the rest of the waves. So I have everyone here except for Silverbolt. So over the next couple of days or so, expect to see a review for Dragstrip, then Alpha Bravo, and then Skydive. So I'm going to try and get a Silverbolt as soon as I can. Basically, the reason that they've obviously brought out Dragstrip in this wave is obviously so that it gets people to buy one of the next wave and whatnot, and have to wait for to complete their proper, official Superion. So that they keep on buying more and more in this line. And I think it's a clever move. I know that we'd all like to just have a complete Aerial Bots wave, but I don't mind what they've done there with that. I think that's perfectly fine. We've got some nice artwork on the back here. It says Aerial Bot Recon Specialist at the top there, and it says becomes an arm or leg, because what they've done with this is kind of Scramble City, and so that you can actually make the limbs whatever limb you want, apart from the chest, obviously. So before we actually get to the figure, I just want to show off these instructions here. It's like a long slip that folds out, but they're absolutely fantastic. So what we've got here is Firefly as the robot mode, as you get him in the pack. It shows you how to transform it into vehicle mode, and then from there on, it shows you how to transform it back into robot mode. I think that's a really clever way of doing it, because normally they only show you the one transformation. So if it comes in robot mode, they'll usually only show you robot to vehicle. But yeah, very nice. And then on the back here, it shows you how to make it into a leg, and then how to make it into an arm. Really good. It is quite a simple transformation, but it's great that they give you really nice instructions. Also, we get a nice collector card, so with this new stuff you get these nice things. They're generally the same artwork that's on the box, but this one is slightly different. But very nice. They're actually very thick. It is cardboard, obviously a little bit flexible and whatnot, but yeah, very thick. I'd say it's the equivalent of about a credit card thickness, but in cardboard form instead of plastic. But yeah, very cool. But one thing that I used to love doing as a kid was playing with Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon cards and Duel Masters and stuff, because you could actually battle people with them. So it'd be nice if you could actually, do something like that, a proper trading card game, instead of just collector cards. But very nice. I mean, it's nice that Hasbro are doing them, because obviously a lot of third-party companies are doing them, so they've thought that they want to bring that to the game as well. But like I said, I do wish there were tech specs, because most third-party cards do actually have tech specs on their cards. But it is a very nice little collector piece as well anyway. And here is Firefly sitting next to the G1 Firefly, and this is absolutely awesome. You can see that the IDW version of this really hasn't veered too far from this at all. It really is fantastic. So obviously with the sticker detail on here, we had the blue and the gold stickering. That wasn't in the show, that was just for this figure. And we had the same up here, and there was some on here as well. In the show these are white, so it's nice that they've essentially kept to the same detail on this thing and everything. It's just really fantastic. Same silver cockpit, black nose, very cool. So this was modelled after the Phantom 2 jet, and this obviously isn't, but it does take a lot of, obviously, the colour and general shape and everything of this. So this isn't modelled after any specific jet. I like that they have reimagined it and made it something different, while still keeping a lot of that kind of classic look in there. Really, really like what they've done with this thing. So setting that one to the side, let's just have a closer look at this. It does have landing gear at the front here, which folds down. Doesn't have rear landing gear. These are the actual robot feet, and you can pretty much see it's essentially just a robot with a jet on the back in this mode, kind of. But to me, I mean, obviously, it's as it gets to the back, it gets a bit more chubby. But I don't mind that. I really do like the look of this thing. I don't think it looks too chubby. I don't think it's anything like what we've seen previously with like the Universe Silverbolt, which was literally just a jet with a robot underneath it. I think it is a bit more intricate than that, but still, it is just very blatant that it's there. But I don't mind. It's a kid's toy. It looks very good. So like I said, yeah, there's no wheels back here. It's just the feet that it rests on. And but it sits very nice with that landing gear. You can just fold it up like so, and it will kind of just droop down a little bit, but not too bad. It is a slight rubbery nose cone up here. I'll just get some close-in focus on that. So it is a slight rubbery nose cone, but it's not too bad. Nice Autobot symbol on both sides there. And very, very nice detailing in here. There's a hell of a lot of detail. If you were going to put some like black wash on this or something to really make the details stand out, that would look absolutely incredible. So many extra little lines and things in there. Very, very cool. Come around to the back. Very, very nice jet mode. So it comes with two extra pieces, one of them being this, which is in this format the foot, and then to make it a hand you just pull this out the fingers and bring this round, bring the thumb up and down, and then you've got the Superion hand there. There's not really anything that you can do with this in any of the modes, except for if you want to put it on the bottom of the wing, you could have it carrying it as a weapon like so with the blasters. And then it actually has the robot mode gun, which you can put on the underside of the other wing. It doesn't tell you to do this in the instructions or anything like that, but if you want storage, you can have everything stored like that, which I don't think looks too bad. I think that looks alright there. So to transform this guy into robot mode, first thing we want to do is just lift the wings up, and we also want to just lift the cockpit up and out like so. And then what we want to do is take the arms that are on the side here, they're pegged in just down here, lift them up on these shoulder joints and bring them out like so. We can rotate the head, and then the legs. This is a nice clever bit of the transformation. They're pegged in a way that, well, actually you can split them apart first, so it makes it a little bit easier. And then what you want to do is actually split them apart like that. You see they were together, you bring them apart, they rotate down like so. Just get that pegged in there, nice, there we go, and then push it back together, and that's that sorted. And this one with the fin on, you just rotate it up like so. So then with the other side, unpeg them like so, bring it down so that you extend the leg and then give that pegged in like so, and then clip that together, and then there we go. And then you can just lift this cockpit piece up and tab that into the back. And then what you want to do down here at the legs is just make sure that these rear fins are folded back like so. And here he is fully transformed in robot mode. I really, really like this figure. Honestly, I could hug Hasbro right now. I could hug every single person that works there. This thing is really probably one of the best Transformers, and this whole line in general is one of the best things that they've done for a very, very long time. This is honestly that good. So first up, let's just take a look at the gun in a bit more detail than we did just there. So very, very nice molded in detail. Very cool. It is a little annoying that it's like, you know, there's less on the one side than the other, but you know, it's alright. But very, very cool. Right there. Nice little pistol. Very kind of G1 kind of prime gun reminiscent and whatnot. I don't actually know where the gun is for this guy, so it would be cool if I could compare those, because if these actually are kind of reminiscent of each individual character's classic guns, then that would be really fantastic. So if you know, let me know in the description, because that would honestly be really cool if they did that. But yeah, so that's the gun, and this guy, he just looks absolutely phenomenal. The head sculpt, it's not light piping in there, the eyes are painted blue. He's got some very nice silver detail on his visor there and on the top of the head. And let me just transform this guy for you real quick, and then I can just show you exactly how he compares to this guy. That head sculpt is pretty much exactly the same as this one, but obviously just reimagined in a slightly better way, I guess. But let's get these things close up. There's this head sculpt, and then there's this one. Look at how closely they've remained to the original classic look there. That is absolutely phenomenal. I really, really like what they've done with this thing. Very cool. So you've still got, you know, that on the back there. The wings are on the side. They're just not on the bottom of the legs anymore. They're just on the back. But overall, still looks like a very, very good classic Firefly. So let's just take a look at the articulation real quick. So the head goes left and right. It's on a ball joint, so it just goes left and right, and it goes all the way up to a little bit down, but not really anything significant, really. The shoulders, there's a ball joint on the shoulder, and as you can see, the arms are quite wide out from the body, and that's obviously so that they can pass this panel on the back. So that's fantastic. You can do all this kind of motion, and obviously due to transformation, this joint moves here as well, so you can actually get a bit more out of that. So that's really, really awesome for a Transformer to get that much articulation. Also, we have a rotation over here at the elbow joint and a ratcheted elbow. So that's absolutely fantastic. What that means is whatever weight gun that you want to put in his hand, his elbow is not going to drop. So that's fantastic. But that much articulation is absolutely fantastic. We actually get waist articulation in here, which is awesome. We also get the ball joint in the hips there. We have a rotation at the upper part of the thigh. We also have a knee joint and then nothing in the foot. But for that much articulation in a Transformer, I am really, really happy with this thing. The look is simple, yet it's got so much, like, you know, really nice paint up in here with the silver and the blue and everything, and it works so well that I just can't find anything wrong with this thing whatsoever. I mean, you can't really say that's much of a backpack because it's got a very classic look to it, but I mean, it's not really that much anyway, and it actually looks really, really cool with the front part of the jet hanging over the back there. The arms, you know, you can get so much articulation and so much awesome posability with the fact that you can move the head here. It's great that he can look up a lot because obviously being a deluxe figure, you know, if you want him in poses looking up at Voyager figures, then you can do that, and just really, really awesome. I like how the feet are ever so slightly on an angle there, so he naturally stands with a slightly wider pose. You know, you can still get him to stand straight up like that, obviously, but he naturally stands a little bit more like this. But this thing is just absolutely fantastic. You've got the really nice Autobot logo there, and yeah, this thing just... oh, I absolutely adore this thing. He is obviously my favourite one out of the aerial bots because I have this thing, but yeah, I'm really, really happy with this figure. As a size comparison here, he is with a modern deluxe figure. This is the Generations IDW Megatron, and as you can see, he stands the same size to the head as General Deluxe figures, but obviously with the top of the jet hanging off the back, he is a little bit taller. But in general, like, the kind of, he's not bulky, but just the way that his proportions are, he looks quite a lot bigger than Megatron, even if you don't count this. So I'm really happy with the proportions of this. We're not getting super small deluxes. We're getting nice, really sturdy figures of a good size with good detail. Really like this. I think that collectors are going to love this thing because of, well, all the things that I've mentioned and the fact that they're getting, you know, reimagined versions of their Generation 1 Superion, so that's just awesome. I think kids are going to love it because kids really haven't had very good combiners over the past few years, but now they can. But yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. So speaking of combiners, let's get this thing transformed into a foot, shall we? So to get him into his leg mode, what we want to do is this chest piece, and it's the same with all of them actually. Their chest pieces are the connector ports, so you can rotate that up and then we can just put this back in here like so, and then we're just going to basically put the legs back as if we're taking him back to vehicle mode now. So we just get this folded up here, tabbed in, close that up, and then the same with the other one. There we go, get that up there, rotate it. But yeah, the entire thing feels really sturdy. I don't feel like anything on here is going to break anytime soon. I think that it all feels really, really good, and I think it's going to be great for kids to play with these, and they're not going to have too much trouble at all. So we're going to put the arms back down as well. We're going into vehicle mode except for the front of the jet and the head. And then basically what we do is we take this as it is, just make sure that's still kept back, and then you just plug that in right there. So basically that is the foot, or actually no, it's meant to be the other way around, is the way that the thingy shows. So maybe that's the front of the leg or something, and you got the knee joint like there. Or if you wanted that as the front, obviously you just turn this thing around. But yeah, basically that is the foot. It feels very sturdy, as you can see. It stands up on its own, so I can see that being absolutely no trouble whatsoever as being a combiner foot. If you want it that way around, then it looks like that. So to make this guy an arm, what we're going to do is something a little bit different. So the arm is a bit more like the robot mode. So basically what we're going to do is open the legs back out. The legs actually have to be split, and we're going to extend them as if it was in robot mode. Just get that open, extend the leg out, get that clipped in there, and clip that in there. Do the same with the other side, get that back out, get that clipped in, close this off, and they actually stay together though. They do actually clip together like so, and then what we're going to do, keep that up, these stay down. We take this and we put it into its hand format here, so whichever way it's going to be, and then you can take this, and if you wanted to hold that gun, you can put that in that hole right there, and obviously there's one on the other side if you want it to be the other side, and then you just plug the hand in right there, and then the top, basically the hand comes down behind the wings. So yeah, then all we have to do is just rotate at the waist, and that is pretty much an arm. So yeah, there you've got your elbow joint, and you've got a rotation there, and for example, yeah, so there we go, that is Firefly as the left arm, and obviously if he's the right, you just plug him in that way, rotate this around, and then you just rotate the hand around, flip the thumb up, and then he is now the left arm. So that is the Scramble City kind of format of this guy. So you can make him an arm, a leg, he's got the robot mode, the vehicle mode, normal Generations price. So even if you just get this figure for this guy, the Firefly, I think that you're getting an absolutely fantastic deal. I think that, like I said, it's great for collectors, great for kids. I think that this thing is really sturdy, it's worth the money. We're getting now awesome combiners that are simple yet so effective. They're not so simple that they look crap, they actually look really, really good. As you could see there, it didn't take me long to go through all the different modes, and yeah, absolutely fantastic. So I definitely recommend that you pick this thing up. Something I also want to mention just before I end this video, I make model kits and stuff, and I actually have this Revell F4 Phantom 2 anniversary kit here, which just came with an extra few paints and whatnot, but basically I'm not going to be using them. I'm actually going to be making the aerial bots out of a load of different model kits and stuff, so I can make really nice detailed vehicle versions of the aerial bots, because I love how these guys look in vehicle mode, and there's the TFC version and everything, but I don't want to, have some displayed as vehicle mode and then some displayed as Superior and stuff. I don't want to buy like a load of Transformers, so I decided I'm going to make my own and make them like the proper jets as if they were in real life. So I'm going to paint this thing up in the, the classic Firefly colours over here. So I'm going to do the same with all of the aerial bots. So basically I just want to let you know that that is going to be coming next year, because I have actually got one video up on my model kit playlist at the moment. That was an X-Wing. I have loads of models. I have loads of Airfix stuff. I have some Revell stuff and lots of others. I've got an Iron Man to build and stuff. So it's a Mobius Iron Man. So yeah, lots to come in the way of model kits. I'm going to be carrying on with that playlist too. So I just thought that this would be a fitting time to let you guys know, seeing as it's to do with the aerial bots. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you want to check out more pictures of this guy or of anything from my collection, then go ahead and check out my Instagram and Twitter. It's Homerino123 on both. I'll also post pictures of anything that I buy recently as well, so you'll know what's coming up for future reviews. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Make sure you subscribe if you want to check out the other aerial bots. The next video is actually going to be Drag Strip, so I can just get him out of the way, and then we can carry on with Alpha Bravo, which I think is nice. You know, bringing a helicopter into the aerial bots, I think that's a nice bit of a change there. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe if you want to check those out, and I'll see you next time.